My favorite time of the year, the playoffs, because it is the drama, the excitement, day in and day out, adjustments that coaches make, performances that players go out there and do. That is, it's the cream rises to the top, and that's what I love to see. When Rajon went out with the injury, they did a fantastic job of moving the basketball, going from side to side, playing more collectively as a team. But we're starting to see the glaring weakness of him being out in the playoffs and the execution that is needed for especially Doc Rivers and the other guys like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. Those guys need a little bit more space, and Rondo was a guy that could create that space. But Doc has done a tremendous job of getting these guys to play above their capabilities. And in the playoffs, I assume that he's going to continue to make adjustments as the series goes on to find out what he really has with his team.
Practice was good, I don't know how you work on turnovers, but we really just got back into doing what we do, worked on it. We worked on execution a lot yesterday, and that's something we've been doing for the last 6 weeks, really.
The Knicks really did a good job of taking Jeff Green out and not letting him get transition buckets or getting to his right hand. The thing is that the Celtics stopped doing is being aggressive and stopped driving the ball to the paint. Sometimes you can play around the perimeter and have a halfway decent job, but over the course of 48 minutes, you have to attack the paint, you have to get there, and you have to create shots for other people or create shots for yourself. And I feel like in the second half, they didn't attack the paint with the same force that they did in the first half.
It's not even that difficult as far as what we have to do. It's far more difficult in doing it, on the floor. They're going to get in your way. They don't want you to score, and they're going to try to do even better defensively, and we have to just attack them. That's it, offensively.
Well, I feel like they'll try to get Kevin Garnett more touches down low, try to get him, if Garnett's catching the ball 13, 14 feet out, that's one thing, but if he's catching the ball 10, 12 feet out, I think he'll be much more effective at that area. So look for the Celtics to do cross screens or rip screens to get Garnett on the block deep with deep post position.
You got to get Kevin more involved and get him involved offensively. We got to get Brandon shots, even though I thought Brandon played pretty much the perfect game, but we can get him more shots. And then whoever else comes off the bench, Jed, obviously, we want him to score more points, and so we'll see.
Jason Terry just needs I think he'll benefit from the Celtics being aggressive, getting to the paint, and having just a little bit more time to get his shot up.
I thought most of our turnovers were forced. Guys were trying to do too much with the pass. The good news is they were trying to pass. The bad news is they were trying to pass. Some of the passes really, it should have just been down the sideline and to the post instead of the guy with the ball was trying to make the pass. And so again, they were correctable, but give the Knicks credit. I mean, some of those turnovers were forced by Kidd and some of their hands, and they did some good things as well.
It's going to be a hard-fought series either way. I feel like if the Celtics are going to win, they're going to have to win it in 6. Madison Square Garden in Game 7 would be very tough. But with that being said, I've covered the Celtics the entire year, and nothing surprises me with this team. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they lost 4-0, and it wouldn't surprise me if they won 4 games in a row. This team and Doc Rivers, when they're in, watching film, making adjustments, he's a tremendous coach, and these guys are tremendous competitors.
Yeah, I just love it. I think it's fun. I think guys should run towards intensity and not run away from it. I think our guys pretty much did that in Game 1. And so did they. It's fun. It's fun playing here, especially. But really, I don't think there's a bad place to play in the NBA during the playoffs. The fans are into it. The players are into it. It's players' time is what I call it. I tell our guys that every year when we get to the playoffs. Once the playoffs start, it's your time to have fun.